Hello everyone, welcome to SelfLoveU. Today's topic is entitled Pockets of Freedom in Trauma Recovery. Pockets of Freedom. So this is another audio. I wanted to kind of catch you guys up a little bit and then get into the topic. My mother has passed away last week. The week before last, but the funeral was last week. And I also moved last month, and I have been surrounded by all of my journals and all of my writing and all of my healing work in this process of coming to terms with my mother's death from breast cancer. Very traumatic situation. She was 68 years old and very young, and it was a very traumatic process for me, and it really brought back a lot of negative emotions that I had encountered through my healing journey, as well as when you lose your mother, there's nothing that, it's just the worst. It's the worst. So I've been doing a lot of healing, a lot of crying, a lot of grieving, a lot of recalling the things that I went through to get to where I am today, emotionally, psychologically, and relationally. And it's a miracle what I've gone through over the past 12 years or so. In my healing from narcissist abuse, and my healing from traumatic experiences in childhood. And just reading some of my journals for the past week or so has been pretty interesting. Also, everything I've gone through this year, those of you who have watched the news and stuff, it's just been quite the year to lose my mom, to, have some of those wounds opened by family drama, as well as the whole political side of things, which we're never going to talk about on this channel. But we're going to talk about pockets of freedom in healing from traumatic childhood experiences. Pockets of freedom. So along the way, in reviewing old journals that have helped me to heal, I have found times where I went through intense pain, intense self-scrutiny, where I went through a lot of emotional pain. And through the emotional pain, there are times where I can literally see on the paper of my journals my healing. And I can see myself rising up and rising above my circumstances. And it is quite profound to see yourself heal from a higher perspective. And the higher perspective is I'm healed to a greater degree than I was when I started this. And reading my old journals, the things that I wrote down, that the respect that I gave myself to take time to learn about what was going on inside of me, I noticed in the midst of pain, I noticed those aha moments, those eurekas, those times where I really realized the truth about myself, about my worth, about who I am, about what I believed about myself. And I have these moments of clarity and moments of freedom, pockets of freedom along the way, along the intense pressure of pain from abuse. As I learned who I truly am, as I learned the true nature of my existence and the truth of who I am, as I learned, as I discovered, as I searched my soul and found that beneath all the pain from all the abuse was a beautiful, lovely woman who had power, who had perseverance, and who had assertion, and was able to make a stand and take a stand for myself, and was able to get clarity, get an understanding of my truth, and feel the freedom the free space, that extra space where once I was squished, I was able to experience moments of expansion, moments of wholeness, moments of truth in increasing degrees as I pursued my healing, as I travailed the healing path, as I went along the healing spiral over and over again. I can see moments of freedom, pockets of freedom, pockets of progress, forward progression, times whenever I was able to take off layers of shame. I was able to take off layers of feeling guilty and feeling like things were my fault. I was able to take off that heavy weight, and I was able to feel, if only for a while, if only for a month, if only for 2 months, if only for a year, I was able to feel and express freedom. I was able to express and feel freedom, and I was able to move in that freedom in a forward direction. I was able to take steps on my own behalf without sabotaging. I was able to move forward. I was able to grow. I was able to progress. I was able to take the next step. And I was able to do things that are in line with someone who understands my worth and my value. And those things that I set out to do, I benefit from today. So I was able to take a step and make a relationship with someone, even though there was a risk. I was able to take a step and set a boundary, even though I was not good at setting boundaries at the time. I was able to take a step and reach out and get counseling whenever I needed it. And I was able to get out of counseling when the counselor was inappropriate or harmful, because there are counselors out there. I forgot all about those, but there are a few that are very damaging. So I just wanted to encourage those of you who are going through rough times and you are discovering who you are through discovering who others are, maybe discovering how you have been narcissistically abused, taken advantage of, disrespected, treated poorly, not honored, not loved, not seen, heard, and understood. Your voice has been squashed. Your voice has been squelched. You have been treated as less than, and you have taken on the role of someone who is inferior. I want to give you encouragement and say that there are pockets of freedom that are available to you, like streams in a desert, like streams of living water in a desert. And those are the times where you're able to tap in through the grief, through the learning process, through the self-work, and through the grieving, through being hurt, but getting something out of it. So when you're hurt, instead of allowing it to take you down, you're able to experience a new realization about what is really going on. And therefore, you're able to embrace your own worth like never before. And each little step that you take forward, you get a little piece of yourself. You get a little piece of your truth, a little piece of your worth. And it does not come easily for those of us who've been through traumatic experiences and abuse, but it does come if you persevere and you do not give up. And if you continue to empathize with yourself and give yourself compassion and give yourself respect and give yourself time and surround yourself with the right people and disconnect from those who are causing you pain, you will experience pockets of freedom. You will experience pockets of elation and bliss and the ability and the energy to focus on yourself and make forward progress, which means to take that class, to reach out to that person, to not take something personally, to there's a million ways that you can move forward not calling that person, not texting that person, stopping yourself from self-criticism, setting a boundary. All of those things you will find in those times, in those pockets of freedom from pain in that moment, where you're like, wait a minute, I am a person of value. I am a person who deserves to speak. I am someone who deserves attention. I am someone who is worthy of hearing. I do deserve to exist. I do deserve to be heard. My feelings matter. My tears matter. My life is important. I am important. And you can have these moments of understanding of your true value and your higher self. And that's integration. That's the process of integration, integrating with your whole self, integrating those broken pieces, those scattered broken pieces that have been scattered all around. Not your fault, not your choice, but it's just been the way it is. And you can pick up those scattered pieces and experience wholeness, freedom, fullness, clarity, understanding, and beauty in your life. And with that forward energy, with that forward progression, with the hand of God Almighty on you, you can begin to lose that 10 pounds, gain that 10 pounds, decorate your kitchen, organize your closets, get up out of bed, do whatever it takes, go to the doctor, get that, whatever issue you need cleared up, get your skin cleared up, get your teeth done, get things done for yourself that will make you feel better. Get that journal, get those, get that clay and do that modeling and do something artistic. Write that song. Collect your songs. Write that poetry. Do those things that make you human, that make you feel alive, and that honor the beautiful soul that you are. So I wish you well in your healing journey. Do not give up the fight for finding out who you are, for discovering your truth. Remember, there's nothing wrong with you. You must only take off the layers of lies that tell you that you're less than who you are, because underneath all those lies is the truth, and the truth is that you are worthy. Until next time, this is Jenna Ryan, and I will talk to you soon.